Hey everyone, George again, and we are back in our examination room. Going to finish up a few things. Obviously right now we can't do the door or the desk due to some problems with importing in from Maya. Looks like the only thing we really need to worry about now at this point is the one of these tissue boxes, and I have no idea why I imported two of them in. But let's find one of them at least. Paper towel dispenser. This should be a glove box. There we go, solo. Yeah, I don't know why I did both of them. But if I do paint on them, I believe I should get the same thing for both. Now these boxes, let's find that image I was sent by the team on what they wanted this to look like. And I forget what it actually does look like. So here we go. Doing this off screen so that I'm not showing any of the Slack channel stuff. But anyway, what do we have here is a off-white ivory color with some sort of a blue glove inside. So maybe we can do glove box, do an image search, and we can find, that's not what I want. Box, how about box of gloves? Yeah, that's what I want. And is there a good straight on one of it open? See, I mean, they're pouring out here. I kind of just want, you know what? We're just going to fake it. I'll come up with something. So let's go over to our layers. It's an off-white. It's paper. So let's do a paper really quick. And what's canvas white going to look like? That's definitely not what we want. What about, paper grid is bad too. You know, can we modify this so that it actually works for us instead? So let's go over to our stuff over here and tone down our normal intensity and our height range, so that it's just, so the dimples are just barely present. So if there's something going on with that, that's paper-like. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then we're gonna go to, I guess, plastic. I mean, I don't think there's anything that's latex, so we'll do a plastic mat on this. And we'll just do that on the inside of this, and then I'll see if I can't find some other texture to make it all kind of weird. So if we do this, we can add a black mask, come here, do a UV selection on this, and then there's the blue right there in the center. Oh yeah, it's not wonderful, but hey, it kind of does the job. So now let's go take a look at our materials and see if we can't do something that's all kind of like screwed up looking, wrinkly, like an aluminum foil-esque type thing, but not with like a really good defined pattern. I'm almost thinking of maybe a wood texture in there. So what if we did, I just saw one that I liked. Where did it go? What if we did particle board? We got rid of color. Actually, this might work. So if I do particle board and we put a, can I copy this? Can I copy the mask? Copy mask, yes. And we're going to paste that mask. Where the heck is paste mask? Add black mask, paste mask. There we go. Yeah, you know what? I'm fine with that. You're never going to get really close to it, and it at least gives it some sort of breakup for the entire thing. So yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. I mean, yes, if we want to, we can go get a logo. I mean, I don't know if we have, we can do a new layer, and we'll do, what do we want? We need an alpha for text. So let's let those load up real quick. Can I just type in text? No, of course. We'll do this kind of text, I think, for my alpha. And then we'll do, just type gloves. Why not? Right on there. And let's find, I want to go with the same blue as the gloves are actually. And we'll do, you know what? I don't like that font. Let's do this font instead. Where's my alpha? There it is. Let's do that one instead. And of course, went back to substance. So there we go. Good enough. Now, the color of the white canvas is a little white. So let's, yeah, bring that down a little bit. I like that better. Okay. Let's turn solo off. So we've got our gloves now. And all that's left is the ceiling before we have to do a new re-import from Maya. So we'll export out our textures as is, and then we'll bring those two assets in by themselves and manipulate them as necessary. So let's go to, what is it, ceiling? And solo that. Now this is, where's my light source? What's the hotkey for the light source? I can never remember. There it is. Yeah, unfortunately the light source is always from above, and that's really making my life kind of a pain in the ass at the moment. Now I'm kind of thinking I'm just gonna re-import this by itself maybe. It's always going to be facing down though. There's got to be a way to fix that so it's not like that. Now, I do know that I'm going to be adding an emissive channel to this, so let's do that. And can we go to the environment settings? At least that way it lights it up a little bit for me to work with. Let's go to F4. Oh no, F4 is actually worse. Let's just stick to looking at it. Now, I don't know what that blue crap is right there. If I draw on something, looks like I drew glove all over the... So let's just clear. Let's actually delete this layer. Well, let's create a fill layer. There we go. And let's nuke this layer. And on the fill layer, we're going to want a plastic, or at least a paint or something. I'm going to do a plastic, actually. We're going to do plastic material. And I need to find this plastic. We're going to throw that, you know what? We want to throw this here. There we go. And I don't want this, so we're going to add a black, no, we're going to add a white mask. Come on, white mask. And we're going to select polygons, and it's going to be each of these. They're going to show through in different ways. And now we can select our color and go back to some sort of an off-white-esque color. You know, I'm not going to worry about grunge or anything on this. It's the ceiling. It's going to be pristine for the most part. So just let it be. I am going to add height map, normal, and emissive. No, we don't need emissive on that. Just the rest of them are fine. Okay, the next thing to do is we had lights, and that's going to be glass. And I think I wanted glass hammered, so we'll put that on there first. And that's, the scale is way off on that, so we're going to scale that way down. And right click, black mask. And only a couple of these are going to be lit. And actually, we also want emissive on this. And we'll get to that in a second if I can remember how to do it. So let's, we're going to need a couple lights in the room, and then there's going to be a vent. Let's go turn solo off really quick so I see the whole layout of the room. It looks like the main examination area is right there. So we're going to put a light here and a light here, and then a vent probably like right there. So let's just take a look really quick at what we have. So that's just beaming out information. Glass color, I'm gonna bring this out in the hue a little bit and down and out as well. There we go. Now we can actually see some of that pattern. I don't like it. Still, the scale doesn't still seem right. We're going to do that, I think. This doesn't matter. That we're not going to do opacity on this. Let's see the rest though. So we have hue shift. What is my emissive look like? What is it? Channel C, mask, base color, height, roughness, metallic, normal, emissive. Those are still okay. So that's fine. Okay, I'm good with this. So let's go to material, and now we need the vent. And I believe we can manipulate the normal map on one of these layers. So let's go to add a layer. We're going to do normal, and I think there's a vent. So let's see, hard surfaces. Yeah, see, there's all kinds of cool stuff here. I think one of them we can use as a vent. Here's a vent right there. So what we want to do here is nuke the alpha, and this layer, no color, no height, no metal. We just want normal and emissive. Now you'll notice that the vent is not going to actually fit that, which is kind of an issue. And I wonder, can I non-uniformly scale to the left and the right, or do I have to? Looks like I'm kind of stuck. To see if there are any other vent textures that make sense, and I don't really see anything. So you know, if we go to, I'm trying to remember how to do this off the top of my head. So it's black. There's absolutely nothing going on here. Alpha, normal, height, normal, uniform color. I don't want that. I want this. There we go. Why does it still show up like that? So there's, I mean, that's the vent itself now. And that's going to be a normal map pushed on that surface. I'm still going to need to colorize that properly. Okay, so I guess we can do a new fill layer. And in this fill layer, I'll do a metal. What about painted? Painted steel. How about that? We'll change its color to a nice white. And we will put on a black mask. And I'll just make this whole thing painted like that. Let's go up here to my alpha. Get rid of that. Am I painting other things on as well? Can't. It's really hard to tell what the heck's going on right now. That's not good. We'll do this. Bam. 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 And then paint in the rest of that stuff right there. Now, how come it still looks like crap? Can we look at this from the UV perspective at least? Yeah, see, that's glass. What is this layer that looks like crap? There should have been plastic, right? Yeah, that's the plastic one. But I don't have a layer for the stucco pattern that needs to go on the walls, or whatever that pattern is actually going to be. So let's add that in here. What am I going to use for that actually? Let's look at the substance library and see if we can find something interesting. Did these just get added? They're kind of cool. Well, look, I love this whole bumping out of a sphere look. That's cool. That's it. Acoustic hole panel. Off screen. What was that called again? Acoustic? Yeah, that's what I want. Cool. All right. So now we got that. So let's bring that in here and put it right there. And obviously that's not good. Let's first add a black mask and bring it on all the tiles that need it. Yeah, it's not happening right there. Then let's refine this. I mean, now I get to at least see what the color is. Now look at that. I'm missing any kind of color information right there, which means that this needs to be added there. And then I'm going to need to go to this top layer and replace the height and the normal of anything coming through there. Now, I'm not exactly sure if that's going to look right. Once again, I have it. I can't tell with the way things are kind of set up right now. But there we go. So we got the ceiling, we got the floor, we got all the elements we kind of really need at the moment. And then these pieces are going to get fixed. Is there a sink texture? No, there's not. Yeah. Oh no, we still need, I can't actually do the, can I do the wall? I guess I can do the wall. All right, so let's do the walls. We have wall segment full. So let's solo that. Now, unfortunately, we're going to have to get rid of the ambient occlusion on that because that's just screwing everything up for me. But we do, let's see, what's wireframe mode? That's what I want to see right now, wireframe mode. So now we've got two textures. There's going to be a nice brown on the bottom. There's going to be a paint on the top. So let's look up paint. We got a glossy paint. Let's go with that. I want to nuke that layer really fast. So there's glossy paint, zoom on in, and I'm fine with that. That's a good bit of detail. We're going to duplicate that layer, and this one's going to have a black mask, and we are going to have it on the lower half. And I want to make that brown, nice brown. There we go, something like that. That's fine. Okay, and that's really it for the wall. I'm not really going to do anything else. I got to tile it and repeat it, so I don't really want to do a whole lot of interesting stuff. Although I do think that the intensity might be a bit much. So we're going to kind of crank that. Where's the, let's go here. I'm going to crank down the normal intensity and the height range. It's still way too grainy, I think. So let's, yeah, grain intensity is going to go down to 0. Not really sensing a whole lot going on there with the height intensity. You can see it right there. So the height range is going to get like there. That's better. Let's go to the other glossy. So I think I'm doubling up the glossy stuff. So what I should probably do is go to my normal and do a replace, and my height and also do a replace. And you can see, I mean, check that out right there. That's a huge difference. So we got to go back now and fix these values because I do need something. So we'll add a little bit of height range. And I think it's actually grain intensity. That's what I want. Just a tiny bit. Don't need this crazy grain intensity going on here. Let's reduce that down. There we go. All right, save that. And actually, what's that color? That's a little too white. Let's go to the yellow range. Yeah, something like that. It's got just a little bit of detail to it, not too much. Okay, so let's go back again. So now we have a piece of the wall done. What else do we need? We have wall segment door. I'm going to grab both of these for the wall segment, and we're going to copy these layers. We have the wall segment door. We're going to paste both of these into here. And obviously they're going to be wrong, and we'll deal with that in just a second here. But that's the underlying one. That's a black mask. We are going to, I don't know why that's black, but we're going to now grab those parts of the door and set that up. We just need to deal with the actual border of the door. And I believe in the photo that I was using as reference, that was a much darker brown, much darker than anything else we're dealing with. So let's go ahead and add a fill layer, do a black mask on that. And the color, we're going to pick a brown that's very dark and start adding that in here. Now I think I can do this UV wise. And that's going to be a lot faster. There we go. Much better. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And I'm sorry if you hear that in the background. That's my cat in the litter box. So thank you, Georgie Kitty. By the way, his name is Georgie Kitty not because I am a narcissist. We got him and he was already named. So we kind of had to stick with it. All right, so with that, we have all of our textures pretty much set up. Now, I'm concerned about this seam right here. And I don't know what that is. What is causing that? It's 1 pixel width. And it's not going to get covered up. You know what? I can see it on the other side too, right there. See? And I think it has something to do with those height parameters that we were messing with. So let's unfortunately go back to this now. So see, it's fine when it's white, but as soon as I turn on that, I'm wondering if I should, whoops, why did it darken considerably? Oh, that's why. All right. Yeah, we're going to do that there. And I think we're going to do the same. Let's solo this really quick. I want to do that there too. I'm wondering if that's the problem. It's wrapping around a corner and it looks like crap because of that. So let's now go over to the wall segment full and solo that. And, oh, seriously? Hold on. Polygon, there we go. And you too. And let's wall segment the door again, solo. And that looks good. Should I? Yeah, we should do that and that just to be consistent. Okay, turn solo off now. And that's looking a lot better already. Okay, I'm gonna save this now. We're gonna do an export on these textures, and then in the next video, we'll go back into Maya, make sure the door and the desk here are set up properly, and then we'll fix them up in Substance Painter and move on from there. So File, let's see, Export Textures. We got a lot of them to export, unfortunately. Now we're going to go to Unity. I have Unity 5 Occlusion, which also exports out emission maps. But most of them are going to be, I mean, only one of these has actually emissions. Let me look at my configuration, actually. So here we go. We've got albedo, metallic, normal, emission, and occlusion. We don't have height. You know what? Do we want height? Yeah, we're going to leave it as is for now. I'm not going to worry about it. So let's go ahead and do a export to a proper location. Google Drive. Rowan Projects, Nursing, Substance Painter, New Textures. And we'll call this just Room. Select and export. All right, so if we go in our folder now, we got all of our textures for everything. Now, normally these should probably be broken up into individual subfolders, but for right now, it's fine. Hey, look, there's our floor. Look at the stretching right there and down there, but it's fine. It's good. So let's save this out, and I will see you all next time. I'm going to take a break, play a game for a little bit, and then we'll jump back into this, all right? So long, everyone, and good night.